I'm going to tell you something you might find a little shocking. You have an ego. So do I. I'll admit it, now anyway. I might not have before because I would have considered having an ego a bad thing. It's become something of a dirty word thrown around like an accusation. Ever notice how much easier it is to see an ego running amok in someone else and how much more difficult it is to see the same thing in ourselves? I'd like to think I've got a handle on my ego, got it working for me instead of against me. When I realized the trouble that my ego got me into, I tried to eliminate it, throw it off the cliff and disown it completely. Who needs an ego anyway? Turns out we do, darn it. Our ego is the wonderful uniqueness that is us, our companion and part of who we are. It's only when it gets out of control that the trouble really starts, when it tries to convince us that we're separate from others, better or worse, or different from them and not the same, and that we have to be on guard every moment because no one can be trusted, which is untrue and exhausting. So, how do we manage an unruly ego? The first step is simply to acknowledge its existence. Hey ego, I see you've been trying to run the show again. However, occasionally you assume a kind of crazy perspective and function like a spoiled child. I'm not here to reprimand you. I'm here to listen to your fears and get you pulling in the same direction. However, I am going to lay down a few ground rules. No more of this nasty self-talk. It's not helping anything. And while you're at it, how about saying something nice about other people for a change? I understand you're trying to keep me safe, but honestly, people aren't as bad as you make them out to be. Right here, right now, you're okay, I'm okay. So it's okay to let down your guard, put down your weapons, and let me give you some serious love and appreciation because I'm tired of feeling like there's a tug of war going on inside of me. Can't we just be friends? Good. Now finally I can get some peace and quiet. An ego that is cooperative with your dreams is what you want, like Goldilocks, something that's not too big or not too small. It's the out-of-control ego having a temper tantrum that you want to avoid. So make a date with your ego, send it some flowers, and be on speaking terms. It will thank you, and so will everyone else. And now that I've brought this to your attention, how about taking a moment to consider how your ego stacks up? Things you've read or impressions you've gotten, good or bad, from seeing other people's egos in operation. The more familiarity and light that you can shed on your ego, the better, because it can be kind of sneaky and it has a tendency to steer you off in the wrong direction like a compass that's on the fritz. So for this exercise, I'm going to suggest you get a new compass, one that points you in the direction of happiness in your dreams and aligns you with the best and brightest of who you are. So the next time your ego tries to lead you off into the swamp, you can say, nope. Been there, done that, thanks but no thanks. I'm trading you in for guidance that really works.